Hi, this is Mr. Hood, and we're going to find a tip amount, then a tax amount, then find a total cost. So let's say a family orders $68.19 worth of food, but they receive lousy service. So if the sales tax is 4.75% and they decide to only tip the server 12%, what will be their total cost? Okay, as you will find in problems like this, the math itself is pretty easy, but getting the steps mixed up is really easy. So I highly recommend that you write down the steps you're going to follow to find that total cost first. So what that means is we're going to have to find the tip amount here in a second. We're going to add to that the sales tax amount that we're going to calculate. We're going to add those two things to the regular price, and then added all those together, we'll end up with the total cost. So let's work on the tip first. To find a tip, we're going to multiply the price times the percent as a decimal. Well, in this case, the tip percent is 12%. But to change that back to a decimal, we're going to move that decimal point 2 to the left. Remember, a whole number has a decimal point to the right of it. And we're going to end up with 0.12 or 12 hundredths. Now we're going to multiply those two together, and that's going to give us our tip amount. Now, your calculator is going to spit out something slightly different than that. But remember, we're dealing with money. So when we're dealing with money, unless you're told otherwise, always round to the nearest penny, or the hundredths place, or the second decimal place. Let's find the tax. So again, to find the tax, we're going to multiply the price times the percent as a decimal. So in this case, the tax percent is 4.75%, but when we change that to a decimal number, we're going to slide the decimal 2 to the left, and that's going to give us 0.0475, or 475 ten-thousandths. Now let's do a little multiplication. We're going to end up with something slightly different than 3.24, but when you round to the nearest penny, it does become $3.24. So now we have our tip amount, now we have our tax amount. We're going to add the original regular price to that, and when we add them all together, we get $79.61. And that's going to be the total cost of our meal.